Kelsey. I'm a psychologist. Let's talk about why anxiety and ADHD often co-occur. As you likely know, ADHD is something that you're born with, whereas anxiety is something that pops up a little later. But what happens is people with ADHD are at a higher likelihood of developing either an anxiety or mood disorder later in life, partly because of the executive functioning deficits and the way that ADHD impacts the frontal lobe of the brain. The part of the brain that impacts inhibition, planning, organizing, all of those things is impacted by ADHD. The ability to regulate your emotions and cope with stressful events is also going to be impacted. I do a lot of ADHD testing, and I actually rarely see clients in their adult years with ADHD who don't also have anxiety or some other mental health difficulty. I will also say that a lot of people with ADHD are worried about the impacts of forgetfulness or inability to get things done in time. And so this stress loop ends up being a situation where one is impacting the other. ADHD is making anxiety worse, but anxiety is also making ADHD and executive functioning worse. So sometimes it can be hard to figure out like chicken or egg type of situation. If you've never been tested before, psychological testing is a helpful way to understand the origin of your symptoms, since anxiety and ADHD also can look very similar. So the question is, do you have both or do you have just one of those? And that is where working with a mental health professional can be helpful.